What's up, everybody? I wanted to do this video a couple days earlier because, like I said, as soon as Cyberpunk came out, I gave it all my attention. I didn't want to beat it too quickly, but I did as many of the side missions I could. I did side missions, gigs. I even watched a couple people's videos showing where to get free stuff, like free legendaries, whether it's legendary cyberware or weapons, and all that stuff. The reason why I'm doing the video now, two reasons. Number one, everyone is out the house, so it's super quiet. Alright, and I don't think you guys should be hearing the fire extinguisher low battery thing that you guys keep commenting in my videos. But second reason is there's been a lot of backlash, a lot of bad talk and bad vibes about Cyberpunk, and I was like, let me just wait. Let me just wait a little bit. Number one, I wanted to wait because I was still playing the game, so I didn't want any spoilers. But not only that, I'm still playing the game to see if I got any of these issues that people got. And I got some issues, but not to the extreme to where people are saying it's unplayable. I haven't hit that. I played through the story 2 times. I played the Street Kid and I played the Nomad. And whatever little bugs I had in the Street Kid, I did not have in the Nomad. Now, Nomad did have its own little bugs, but it was still playable. I still went through it. The only thing that I had a problem with, I think day 1 or day 2, was the freezing. The screen would freeze at first for like a couple seconds, and then it would boom, it would continue, and that got real annoying to me. The more you got into the game though, the more you got past the beginning of the main story is when it kind of started to fade away. Haven't had issues with it when it came to the Nomad story. Like I said, I did the Street Kid first. I did as much as the side missions as I wanted to, the gigs, exploration, free roam, all that stuff, collectibles, legendary gear, legendary weapons. I went back to where I was technically dead at the junkyard, and I found Dexter Deshawn's body and took his pistol. And then when you go and look into the freezer behind him, that also continues a little side mission, side quest. But other than that, I like the game. I have no problems with the game. I mean, yeah, the little bugs and stuff, like the freezing was the only thing that kind of annoyed me a lot. But other than that, I like the game, and I play the game like any other. Like there's not a game out there that comes out day 1 and there's no issues. Now, granted, CD Projekt Red did give us a day 0 patch and a day 1 patch, and people still had issues. Some people were very unlucky and are not able to play the game, period. It's unplayable. I have not had that issue. I've had a little bugs here and there, but shoot, all the Ubisofts that all the Ubisoft games that I played have always had bugs. No matter how good they look, no matter how many months they've been out in the market, they've always had bugs. But you know, this is CD Projekt Red, and you know, they gave us The Witcher. I don't think I've had any bug issues with The Witcher, especially The Witcher 3. I think there was like 1, but all I had to do was just reload the checkpoint and boom, I got through it. But other than that, this is new territory for them. First off, it's a first-person shooter. Secondly, they're doing like kind of like an RPG-ish feel to it, but either way, past all that, this is about the review, about my thoughts and feelings on the game. Okay, I liked the game. I enjoyed the game. Okay, I enjoyed the game like I enjoy Rage 1 and 2, like I enjoy the Wolfenstein series. You know, it's a good first person, story based game. Definitely put a lot more hours into this than the other games, because I would say I would put the same amount of hours that I would in the Rage games, because there's a lot of exploration, there's a lot of side quests and all that stuff. Like I said, I didn't have any game-breaking bugs like everyone else had. So I had little bugs here and there, but I kind of like swept it under the rug, because number one, I was able to continue the game, and number two, it's a brand new game, so there's gonna be bugs. Even old school games and all stuff still have bugs. Sadly, there would not be another patch until January and February. So the people that have completely given up and got your refund, my condolences. But like I said, I've been able to do 2 stories, the Street Kid and the Nomad. I do like how there's like the 3 different stories that you can pick. I do like how you can experience different beginnings on how you met with Jackie, and how you have different dialogue, and kind of like a different, like the dialogue itself is kind of like a different perk, whether you're playing Corpo, Street Kid, and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool in itself. The city is beautiful. Like I said, I'm playing on the Series X. The city is beautiful. The ray tracing is nice. There's not a big difference in the ray tracing, and there's not a big difference in the quality mode and in the performance mode. The only thing that can say is, I guess, the daytime on the car, the paint job kind of looks flat when you're playing in performance mode, but when you're playing at nighttime, it still has that nice shine and reflection as if you're still using ray tracing. So I don't know the details on what they take out and what they put in when it comes to the quality mode and the performance mode, but the performance mode, you can see the 60 frames. It is very clean, it is very fluid. I played the game both in quality mode and performance mode, and guess what? Still had those weird little annoying bugs. In Street Kid, the only bugs that I really had was just the game freezing when I was entering different cities and stuff, or different areas. But once you get past the beginning of the game, the main mission, that kind of just goes away. Nomad, the only bug that I've had is when you finally meet Judy, and her face does this weird ripple thing, like she's not real, like she's a projection or something. So that's what I'm experiencing with the Nomad one. Haven't really fully gotten into the Corpo one. The only, as far as I've gotten into the Corpo lifestyle, is just my beginning phase with Jackie. But other than that, I feel like it's a good game when it's running good. I feel like it's very fun. It feels very refreshing. But also very familiar as well, because like I said, I play a lot of games like the Wolfenstein series and the Rage series, and I like those futuristic first-person action-packed games. I do like the choices in this game. I wish there was a little more choices, because when I look back at the demo that they showed us and I look at the retail version of the comparison, I feel like they really took away a lot of those choices just to hurry up and get the game out there. Like I said, I was very excited about this game when it was announced, when they gave us a release date, but every time they pushed it back and they delayed it, I wasn't angry at all. I was really excited, because I was like, good, they have more time to work out the bugs and iron out some details, and because that's how I look at it when it comes to delayed game. Now there have been exceptions where games that got delayed multiple times just didn't come out at all. I'm not going to give any examples, but one example of a great game that came out that was delayed was Red Dead Redemption 2. And I was a little mad when Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed before, but when it finally came out, It was a great experience. It looked great on the Xbox One X, and it performed beautifully. I had no bugs, no issues, ran through the story in a breeze. A very beautiful game, perfectly put together, a definite gold release. But I don't know why. I guess there's a lot of people that have bad experiences with Cyberpunk when it comes to performance. Like, Anthem had a rough launch. Marvel's Avengers had a very rough launch. But people are still playing it. People are still streaming it. People are still giving it a second chance. But dang, y'all saying that Cyberpunk's not even playable, and you guys are just throwing in the towel and getting that refund and all that stuff. And I can't really blame the game. I mean, if all games are made the same, and all discs are made the same, and they're all made to perform the same, then I gotta blame y'all setup or y'all system or something like that. If you're not playing on the next gen system, then yeah, you're gonna get some major bugs and a different experience. And this is why I have an issue with game developers that are making games cross-gen instead of just sticking to the neck and sticking with the current gen, the new gen. Because when you release a game in between an old gen and going into a new gen, and you make the game playable on all gens, you have to make some compromises, you have to delete some stuff, and that leaves a huge margin for certain bugs and certain errors in the game to exist. If y'all would have just focused on next gen and focused on, you know, a high-res PC, specs and all that stuff, people would not be having these issues. Like I said, I haven't had these game-breaking issues, so I was able to enjoy the game. I really liked the game. But here are the cons. Here are my cons to the game. And it's none of the cons that I say are going to be about bugs, because like I said, I've only had the little whatever performance bugs that you get from any launch game for real. So I'm not even putting those in my cons. Those are just standard, okay? But my number one con is the Jackie relationship. Not saying there's anything wrong with the relationship. They have a good whatever character you pick, whether it's a female or male. But I feel like they have a great like a sibling relationship, like a real very close friends, brother sister, or brother, whichever. Like I said, whatever sex you pick for your antagonist. But yeah, I hate that once you get past those first 10 minutes of you meeting Jackie and interacting with Jackie, how you it does a time skip. It does a 6-month time skip, and all of a sudden you guys are best buds, you guys are blood, you guys are, you know, close as hell. Yeah, I feel like that was lazy as hell. I felt like you guys really took a major shortcut, and something that not only could have extended the life cycle of the game, literally giving you more hours of main story or just gameplay in general, but I feel like that was a real, you know, that was a real lazy move. That was a real a-hole move. You guys could have at least given us, and spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't watched this thing, so if you guys which haven't played through the game or even bought the game, spoiler alert for the next 5 minutes, just skip ahead. But you guys could have given us at least three major missions, whether they're mercenary missions, thief missions, whatever, with Jackie before you offed him. You literally, the only thing you get is your interaction with Jackie, so the intro to the game. Then you get a time skip of 6 months. Then you get the iconic mission that you've seen in every Cyberpunk demo. When you're saving this chick that's like barely hanging on to life inside this crackhead warehouse is what it looks like. And then the heist, which the cinematic trailer to the game literally spoiled what was going to happen to Jackie. They literally showed you that, yeah, Jackie's going to die at the end of the heist. So you're thinking the heist is going to happen like toward the middle or the end of the game. Nope, it's going to happen, boom, right in the first 10 minutes of the game, wherever long it takes you to do the two little side quests that trigger the heist. So yeah, that was very lazy. I was very disappointed with that, because it was just the same thing in whatever lifestyle you choose. You get your first 10 minutes with Jackie, you get time skipped 6 months later, you do the same stupid merc job, then you prepare for the heist, and then you lose Jackie at the heist. That was annoying. That was real annoying and very lazy, and they took a major shortcut. Now, I'm not saying that the story is super short, but to be honest, the main story, the main missions of the game are like Miles Morales length. Okay, and Miles Morales is not a super short game, but it's definitely not as long as the Spider-Man game. And I feel cheated. I feel cheated from a lot of good interactions and moments with Jackie. I feel like because they did the time skip, you really don't get to connect to the characters and really care about the characters. I mean, me, I'm into story games, and I did connect to Jackie, and I felt bad when he he died in the car. But they really didn't give you a moment to actually connect to the characters and to actually give a damn about the characters. So, like I said, you get about 20 minutes tops with Jackie, and then once the heist is over, he's done, he's dead. So I feel like they really could have, I feel like something changed from a couple years ago to the release, to where just because they put Keanu Reeves in there, that they completely changed the story, and they changed the future for not only your character V, but the character Jackie. So I don't know what the heck the original script was, or the original story, but I felt like it was 10 times better than what they gave us for this. Now, the story is good, the story is decent, but once you kill Jackie, it's not like I didn't care about what happened in the end. I could see it coming from a mile away, what was going to happen in the end. And don't get me started on the alternate endings. Okay, another spoiler alert for whoever's watching and hasn't played the game. Just skip 5 minutes ahead, because it's another spoiler alert. But spoiler alert, all the endings are fucked. Let's be honest, all the endings are, I don't want to say they're garbage, but they're BS. They're all bad. I don't care what you YouTube, oh, the best ending, or positive ending, or good end. No, there's no good ending. Your character, he dies. He dies. Regardless of who you interact with, who you get to help you, you die. I thought it was, oh, you die if you give in to Johnny Silverhand and let him take control of your body. No, it's whatever choice you make, you die. Okay, people are putting on YouTube the best ending. The best ending to people is if you're with, I guess whoever you're with in a relationship in the game, if you choose to have them help you, if you stay as you and not give in to Johnny, and you have them help you find the cure or whatever at the end, then you pretty much spend the rest of your life with them, or the rest of whatever life you have. You have like a few months or a few weeks, and that's it. It doesn't take you, like, it doesn't put you back into the free roam of the game. You literally get one more job afterwards, or one more cinematic afterwards, and then boom, credits roll. So it's not really replayable, and that's kind of annoying to me. You have a big ass game, um, and I guess you were kind of going for like a single player RPG-ish type of game. But once you hit the end, it's the end. You don't get to go back and do anything. Kind of like the Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus was a great looking game. My God, those were next gen visuals for a current gen console. But it was beautiful. It was detailed. You had dialogue options. You had the options between stealth and loud. But it was very linear. You just, as long as you keep going straight, you can't turn around. So all the maps and areas that you were going through, you were going through. You can't go back. So you literally have to make like different saves on your file so that you can be like, all right, I want to go back to that one, so I'm going to load up that save. And that's kind of like what you have to do in Cyberpunk. You have to have like these perfect moments in the game where you like and you want to replay. Guess what? Make a save file for that game, because you ain't going back to it once you go back to the point of no return. Like usually in games, they'll give you that warning saying, hey, like even in Miles Morales and in Spider-Man, it'll give you, hey, once you get past this mission, you can't go back to any of the the side quests, or change any of your gear, blah, blah, blah. This is the point of no return. But once you beat the game, it throws you back into free roam mode, and you get to continue those side quests and get those collectibles and, you know, do your own thing. Not in Cyberpunk. Not in Cyberpunk and not in Metro Exodus. No. Okay, they just kill your character off and then the credits roll and that's it. You have to start the game all over. And I guess I wouldn't have a problem with that if they had New Game Plus, but they don't have New Game Plus. And I feel like the next update, besides a patch, should be New Game Plus, because most of the stuff in the beginning of the game, when you have that option to do something special, but you can't do something special because you don't have enough perk points because you only got 2 missions in the beginning of the game, I feel like that room for error is a point in life where, hey, if you have New Game Plus, all your stuff transfers to your beginning character, so that, hey, you'll have that dialogue option, or you'll be able to open that locked door because, you know, you don't have just 2 perk points. You actually have all the perk points that you had when you beat the game. So New Game Plus Cyberpunk, maybe that'll save your stock from crashing. But Jackie could have had more playtime. He could have had more screen time, whatever. And they should have built up to that relationship. Okay, you don't just start a series off or start a show or a movie with, hey, you know, I'm V. Oh, hey, I'm Jackie. Time skip 6 months. Hey, best friend, blah, 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 and all that stuff. No. You have to build that up. You have to make people want to give a fuck about the character. So that was my biggest pet peeve. That was my biggest con of the thing, is the Jackie relationship really didn't invest at all any time, any missions or anything like that. They literally gave you the missions that they showed you in the demo. That was it. They gave you that, and then I feel like all the other main missions are just side missions, and then the last big mission, that's it. And like I said, the Jackie interactions, con. Replayability, con, because there's no New Game Plus, and there's no free roam after you beat the game, so you have to start a new game. What's the third one? Oh, all the endings, bullshit. Because your character dies either way. They're all bad endings. I forget what other thing had all bad endings. The Far Cry series. I feel like after a certain after like part 3 or something, or whatever, part whatever, they just started giving you bullshit endings. Like it was just, you know, either you die or everyone dies, or the bad guy wins, or you think the bad guy doesn't win but he technically still wins. You know, they did that in like 5. I think they did it in 4. They're gonna do that in 6 probably, because, you know, Ubisoft doesn't give a f. So like those endings are just like, there are no good endings. So that's the route that Cyberpunk took, was there are no good endings. Okay, and I guess the last con is just the story itself. like I said, I liked the story. It was interesting. It was cool. They tried to make it seem a little realistic. Once you were infected by the relic, you had these weird moments that when you progress in a mission or a story or something like that, you either you pass out or you just start hurling over and like coughing up blood and blah blah blah, and then it'll be like relic malfunction on your screen. I do like that Johnny interacts with you, not just with the main missions. He also interacts with you in some of the side missions and gigs and all that stuff. He has his own little 2 cents that he puts in. But other than that, that's it for the cons for me. I know the Johnny thing I put in for a positive, but other than that, it's just like I said, I liked the game. I enjoyed the game. Like I said, I played it twice. I played the Street Kid. I played the Nomad. Now I'm just like farming for like legendary stuff and blah blah blah. So when they do come out with New Game Plus, if they do, I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, everyone else does it, but when they do come out with New Game Plus, then I'll go through it again. Especially the Street Kid. But now I'm just trophy hunting right now. That's it. I mean, I haven't played the game in a day because I've been giving other things a try. Like Destiny 2 came out with a nice high-res update, and it looks freaking gorgeous. People that know me know that I'm not really a Destiny fan because they're just money grubbers. But when I say that this game looks like a new game, looks like an interesting game, like I want to play it again, like this is how the game should have looked. Well, this is how if the game was supposed to look when Destiny first came out. Not Destiny 2, Destiny 1 first came out. It was supposed to look as good as this, but they had to die it down a little bit because the hardware was trash, and it was coming out in between the last gen, or the last gen, and the Xbox One and PS4 era. But other than that, I've just been trying to take advantage of this Game Pass Ultimate to play all these other games. I've been neglecting my PS5, so I've been getting back into that. Like I said, I'm trying to get that platinum for Miles Morales, and then my PlayStation Plus expired, so I gotta buy another year for that one, and I have until January for the Xbox Live, and then I'll refresh that. But other than that, what do you guys think? What are you guys' comments? Have you guys had any game crashing experiences? And did you guys return the game? Like I said, I'm not gonna return the game because I didn't pay any cash out for this game. I literally just used my rewards that I have on my Capital One card and just bought the game with the rewards. So I really didn't waste my hard-earned money on the game or nothing like that. So I'm not gonna return the game. I just saw that PlayStation not only gave refunds but removed the game from the PlayStation Store. Bro, what the heck? Are you serious? Like, it's that bad. It's that bad for people that PlayStation said, hey, we're just gonna remove the game off the store because yeah, we heard this is garbage. So I'm like, dude, you guys didn't even take Marvel's Avengers off, and that got so much backlash. You guys didn't do that for Marvel's Avengers. You guys didn't do that for Anthem. Like, there's so many bad games with bad launches that you guys still have in the store. But Cyberpunk 2077, the most anticipated game for the past 5 years, you literally you give it 2 weeks and just take that crap off. Take it off. No, they don't like it. Take it off. So, dang, man. Before, Sony was like, no, we're not giving you refunds. But now they're like, we're going to give you refunds, and we're going to remove the game off the store so you don't have to ever look at it again. Like, bro. First off, the Division, before the Division came out, it was a very anticipated game. It looked great. There was this whatever raindrop engine that they were talking about. It was supposed to not only be super realistic and interactive and all that stuff, but you were supposed to have the city of New York and even cross the bridges to Jersey and stuff. and they literally promised you the city of New York, and then they took the city of New York and the island of Manhattan, and then they literally just gave you not even Times Square. I don't think Times Square is in there, is it? I haven't played the game in years. As soon as I platinumed it, I just threw it away. But I think they give you like Central Park and a couple skyscrapers. That's it. They give you like Central Park, and then if you want more expansions, you have to pay for the game over and over again, because that's pretty much the price of it, is a new game. And then they do the same thing with Division 2, especially with the latest update. I think it's like Coney Island or something like that. I haven't even... Once I buy the game and I play the game to the extent, if there's any updates or DLC that's the same price of the game, you lost me. You lost me. The only reason why I'm playing Destiny 2 is because Xbox Game Pass literally has all the expansions, including the latest one, on Game Pass. So you don't have to pay extra for nothing. The only thing that you have to pay extra, but you don't have to pay extra to enjoy the game, is the Season Pass. And like I said, the only game developer, the only game period where I've actually invested in the Season Pass because it's kind of worth it is Modern Warfare, the newest one, Modern Warfare. That's the only one, because it's kind of like a buy one get all. Okay, as long as you are going through the tiers and you're actually putting in playtime for the seasons, you earn that money back to buy the next season and the next one and the next one. Okay, no other game does that. Okay, name a game that does that. Name it. And I don't know if I don't know if Black Ops, because Black Ops Season 1 is coming, I don't know if they're going to do the same thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't. I don't really care. But once they stop the seasons for Modern Warfare just because Black Ops came out, it kind of irritated me. That was kind of like, wow, okay. You guys are two separate games and kind of like two separate team developers. But whatever. Okay, I guess you guys are coming together. But like I said, Cyberpunk, I'll give it 8. I'll give a strong solid 8. And like I said, my cons have nothing to do with the bugs, because I did not have a problem. So you guys need to check your hardware, you guys need to check your setup, your internet, all that stuff. Make sure that you're putting in the game and not transferring it from internal to external. Make sure that you're doing the update for it and all that stuff. And don't leave your disc in the console. The one thing that I've taken from the new gen consoles is that you gotta take extra precaution with these consoles. These consoles are like stupid delicate for some reason. I've seen a lot of people's consoles crash. I've seen a lot of people's games crash and blah blah blah. I know Solid Rev, he has not had the best of luck when it comes to consoles. He just turned in his PS5 because it wouldn't update the system. There was a system update and it wouldn't update it at all. So that's super weird. So number one, I never leave a disc in my console if I'm turning the console off. Number two, do not use rest mode. I have never used rest mode since the PS5. I think it took me a year and a half to use rest mode when the PS4 came out. But for the PS5, I have not used rest mode ever. That's if you have a disc game or a digital game. I don't care. Number three, when you take the game out, don't just press the eject button. Quit the game, then eject. That's it. And number four, not sure about number four. I think number four, don't leave the game idle. I mean, I don't do that regardless, but I've been very specific with not leaving the game idle. I don't leave the game idle for two reasons. Number one, I just got a new TV, so I don't want any burn-in screen or light burn-in, whatever it's called, on the screen. I don't want that at all, ever. So that's number one reason why I don't do idle. And then don't do idle just for the game itself, because that kind of leaves kind of like a possibility of game freezing or screen tearing or whatever, blah blah blah. So, and those are the 4 things I just have for when it comes to the next gen consoles. But other than that, I've had nothing but good experiences with the game, with the consoles, with next gen, new gen, whatever it's called, current gen now. So you guys leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. Take care, be safe, and enjoy your holidays. Peace. See you in the next one.